We are here with Jaymee Highcock as he has recently been announced as head women's coach for their soccer program. He will now oversee both the men and women's programs in the fall. How will the situation of you being named head coach of both programs affect each team individually and collectively?
Well, individually, I'm a coach that wants to get the best out of players and get the best out of people. So, individually, it's all about us improving every student athlete to get to their goals academically and athletically, and making them reach the potential that they all have. Certainly when taking over the women's job as well as the men's, I could see that maybe years past they didn't reach their goals individually, so my job is to make sure that they reach those goals.
What do you feel is the general feeling about this decision?
I think, I haven't mentioned this, but I think it's a great opportunity, I think, for Jaymee to test himself. I look at it, because I want to be a coach someday. If I was put in a situation where I could even potentially coach both teams, I think it'd be a good experience for me to grow as a coach and as a school, try and grow the program as a whole. So I think the general feeling as a guy, if you're young and immature, I think you're going to see it as, oh, he likes girls more, or he really didn't care about us. But if you're a person that, like me, is coming to an end of my career in collegiate playing, it's an opportunity to grow as a coach, I see it as, and to test his philosophy and see what it works better for girls or guys, or maybe test it at the same time.
How do you feel about this decision?
I'm very happy with it. Ultimately, when the previous coach left, I went and talked with the athletic staff here and expressed my interest in taking the job. I've worked in situations before where I've done both. And ultimately, I want to make the school successful, and that gives me another chance to do it. We've been lucky with the men's team's been doing well the last few seasons, and hopefully we can get that the women's team does well, and then it's two chances to be successful.
How did you react when news broke that Jaymee Highcock will now be head coach for both the men and women's programs?
It wasn't the ideal situation that I had for my senior year. I wasn't very happy. I don't think any of the girls were happy. Honestly, I really didn't know how it would work. I called him very distressed, and he kind of talked me down a little bit, and then I was kind of in the I'll believe it when I see it mode for a while until I got back to school after break, Christmas break. We had a meeting this past Tuesday, and I actually feel a lot better now.
How did the women's team react during the meeting held on January 17th?
It went very well. I've had several of them come in my office that were thinking of leaving, and now they've obviously, after the meeting, have said that they wanted to stay. I've not had anyone come through the door and say anything negative, and that's partly why I've taken the job. I could see that some of them needed guidance, they needed a bit of help, and I stressed to them that I would do that, and I think ultimately they needed someone to put more effort and attention into, and that's something that I'm willing to do, and it's something they seem pleased about.
How do you feel that the meeting went with Highcock on January 17th?
Honestly, that definitely changed a lot of girls' minds. It definitely changed my mind. It gave me a lot more confidence. Jaymee was very positive and just confident. Like, he knows he's going to make this team better than it ever was, and that really changed everybody's mind about it. It made people want to stay because myself and some other girls were thinking about leaving, but the past meeting on the 17th really made girls comfortable with sharing a coach because of his attitude and what he has planned for next year.
Are there any goals set in place for the programs?
I mean, the same as always, to make the program better every year. I have high aspirations for the team, they have high aspirations for themselves, and it's just to keep making the program better. It's a very difficult conference, there's no denying that. But if we can get everyone on board and just keep building on the success from previous seasons, we can just hopefully keep growing the program and get it to where it needs to be.
What will you have to do individually and as a team to overcome this seemingly difficult situation?
Individually, I think we just have to stay confident through everything. We can't have people coming up to us and be like, oh, you're sharing a coach, like that sucks. You guys aren't going to do well because you're sharing a coach. I think we have to block out a lot of people that are going to bring negativity to us. So myself, I definitely want to encourage the other girls around me just to keep a positive mindset, because if we have a negative mindset, it's just going to drag the way we play down, our confidence, and honestly our season if we don't stay focused. And as a team, just push one another and be there for one another. We're a family, and it's going to stay that way for the rest of the time here at Penn.
What would you tell incoming athletes, along with athletes that are already here, that are not completely sold on having one coach for 2 programs?
I would assure them that there's good times ahead. You know, it's a chance for everyone to get better, players, staff, you know, academically, athletically, and then good things are going to come. You know, one thing since I've been here is, you know, set the barriers high, set the goals high, and ultimately make a program to be proud of. And I think the women need a little bit of guidance. There's some very good players there, and we've got some very good players on the men team. And you know, I have high goals. They should have high goals, and together we can make this a program to where it needs to be and something that we can all be proud of.
Thank you, Jaymee.
No problem.